Namaskar, welcome to Honest Astrologer, and today I'm going to talk about how Shani Dev originated. I'll talk about the origins of Shani and his relationship with Surya and Lord Shiva, like I promised. So I'd written that Lord Shiva is the godfather of Shani, and many of you wanted to know how. So we'll take this Shani series forward in this one. So whenever somebody comes to me in a Shani Dasha, I often tell them, Shani तुम्हारा पानी निकालेगा. Okay, Shani is going to squeeze you. So वो पानी तो निकलना है, वो आप आंसू बहाओ या पसीना बहाओ. That's the only choice that Shani gives you. So nothing related to Shani is easy. It's never easy. Shani is the hardest planet, and Shani Dasha can be very hard on the people. So when I wrote my Rahu Ketu articles, they went viral overnight, and even to my surprise, I was pretty amazed when they reached the top of Google. So people find it hard when I tell them I wrote them in one sitting in a few hours. It were just like inspiration which I worked on. Didn't have to work very hard, so it wouldn't be right for me to take credit for it. It was more of God's grace and the grace of these planets that I was able to write those articles, and thankfully people liked them so much that they landed on Google first page. Uh, After Rahu Ketu, my next aim was Shani Mahadasha, and I knew Shani was going to be hard. Okay, this word will be often repeated whenever I make a video around Shani. So again, this has been a difficult video series to make. There is always something which keeps happening, something which keeps interrupting my schedule. I'm not able to make as many videos as I would like to make. Now let me tell you, Rahu and Ketu are about inspiration. Shani is about respiration. So this time with Shani, I didn't have any aha moments, no sudden flash of insights, and it took 2 good long years of study, dozens of interview, many books, writes and rewrites. I still treasure those diaries and notebooks of mine where I've made all those notes. So it was a difficult one, but it was totally worth it. I did some really original work on. So we did some really good work around Shani Mahadasha, but it was a lot of hard work. So again, being fair to Shani, Shani can be accused of being harsh, hard, slow, and unforgiving, but nobody can accuse Shani of being unjust. If there is one word which is dearest to Shani, that is justice. You want justice, you talk to a man with Shani in the ninth. They will never do injustice to anybody. Okay? And that is why Shani is exalted in Libra. If you look at the sign of Libra, the symbol of Libra is the scales of justice and fairness. Okay, Shani is the hammer of justice. Yeah. So Shani is exalted in Libra because he gets to do justice in that house. So Shani is the Lord of Justice, and it comes out in various legends related to Shani. So today I will talk about origins of Shani, and in next videos I'll take up Shani mythology more, where Shani had his interactions with Lord Hanuman, with the demon king Ravan, and all that. We'll talk about it. So let's talk about the origins of Shani. So legend number 1 is Shani and Surya, the daddy issues. So if here is a tip, okay, if a person has Sun or Shani together in his chart, the chances are the father-son relationship will not be good. Okay. Somebody has Shani in the ninth, again father-son relationship would be difficult. Why is that? So the reason is the kind of polar opposites these two planets are, and of course, in order to become a good astrologer, you need to know the mythology first. You need to know the basics, you need to know the origins. So let's talk about the origins of Shani. So in ancient times, when people were starting to misbehave and they were becoming indisciplined, Lord Shiva wanted to implement law of karma and bring in a being who will punish people for breaking the discipline of the universe. So this punishing energy of Shiva was asked to incarnate as a powerful being, which would be the Punisher, the Dandanayak. And that powerful being would make people behave and deliver justice and consequences as per their karma. So this energy was born as Lord Shani. He was born in the house of sun god Surya. And Shani was born from Ma Chaya. Okay. Legend has it that the wife of sun, she was so tormented by the heat and light of sun that Sandhya Devi, that was the wife of sun god, she asked her shadow to live with sun god so that she can get some respite from that, all that heat and light of Surya. So Shani was born out of union of Chaya Devi and Lord Sun. The moment Shani Dev was born, legend has it that his gaze fell upon his father. The second Shani looked at Surya, Surya developed vitiligo. Okay. Then he looked at his charioteer, Arun, and he fell and broke his thigh. And finally, he looked at Sun's 7 horses and they all went blind. So that is why you have this fear about Shani Ka Drishti. When Shani's gaze moved away from them, they all recovered. But Sun was pretty upset and he said, I don't want to look at this child. Now, technically speaking, Shanidev was innocent. He was born to give justice, and Sun and his charioteer and the horses, they had to pay for their karma. So father and son, they started on a bad note and they still continue to have a tough relationship. So Shanidev grew up sort of in exile. The only source of fatherly love he had was Godfather Shiva. So there are many legends. I know there was a popular TV serial around Shanidev, and it created some myths. Some were known, some I think they just manufactured, but they did a decent job. So I call Shani the left hand of Shiva. When Shiva is in a bad mood and he is out to punish the wrongdoings of people, he becomes Dandanayak Shani. But Shani again has a lot of love for Lord Shiva, but for his own father, he has let's say, just as dad issues. Okay. So it is said that Lord Sun wants to make up with Shani, but Shani doesn't want to. Shani can be unforgiving, and he has been unforgiving to his own father. So he chooses to stay away. Shani is the farthest planet from the sun. So he went away from the father in his own cold and dark world. According to some scholars, Shani considers Surya an enemy, but Surya doesn't consider Shani an enemy. Now, one thing you should note, we celebrate Makar Sankranti when Lord Surya moves into the house of Shani. Okay. You don't celebrate Mesh Sankranti when Sun enters his sign of exaltation, or Singha Sankranti when Surya enters his own sign Leo. Why Makar Sankranti? Because that is a festival of the father and the son.